Here's exactly how I'd make money with e-commerce in 2026 if I was still working a full-time job and I only had an hour or two to spare each day. And now I already know the first thing that most people think when they hear me say something like that. And it's normally, oh, I'd love to start something, but I just don't have enough time. And trust me, I know the feeling. You go to work, you're working for a boss, you're doing a job that you probably don't like. You get home, you're tired, you got to put the dinner on. You then sit on the couch, you chuck the Netflix on the telly, you start scrolling, and then before you know it, the whole day is just completely gone. And so getting to build a business that makes you money on the side is something that, other people get to do, but you feel like it's just not something that you can do. And trust me when I say this, I used to think the exact same way. But as it turns out, and it's the whole reason I'm making this video for you today, I was completely wrong. And it was never about the amount of time. It was about the type of business that I kept trying to make that just did not fit in with my life and my circumstances. And I'm not saying this as some random theory statement, okay? I used to be a marine engineer working 60-hour weeks, and I managed to start a business with barely any free time that has paid me multiple six figures since. And so in this video, I'm gonna first break down why the businesses that you've tried to start before online have not worked for you. And then I'll show you the exact sort of business that I would personally start today if I was still working a full 9-to-5 job, the sort of business that will pay you while you're asleep, while you're with your family, while you're with your friends, and keeps the sales coming in just like this, if you can see my phone there, every single day. And so let's start with the root cause of your previous problem, okay? And this is that, if I'm just being honest, it was never the time that was the main issue for you, but it was the types of businesses that you kept trying to build. Let's face it, right? And I'll be the first to admit, we can all say that we don't have enough time to create something, but I can almost guarantee you, and you can answer this truthfully now, you've probably spent at least an hour today or an hour yesterday on your phone or watching TV, scrolling Instagram, TikTok, whatever. So the hours do exist in the day to build something. But the main problem is that most of the business models out there, dropshipping, trying to be an influencer, content creator, a lot of freelancing work, they require a ton of hours up front for months, sometimes even years before they pay you a dime. And so take dropshipping, for example. And again, this is coming from someone who has done dropshipping, and I've made some decent money dropshipping. When you sell a dropshipped product, there isn't a whole queue of people just out there waiting to buy your product saying, oh, Alfie, release it, man. I want the dropshipping product. That's not how it works, okay? You got to put a load of time into finding the right product, chatting with suppliers, normally Chinese most of the time. So communication is normally a bit of a struggle. You've then got to, like I said, create websites. You've got to run testing campaigns. You've got to spend a ton of money up front on advertising. You've got to manufacture your own audience right from scratch. And like I said, my very first ever business was a dropshipping business selling a laser hair removal device, right? For women. Put a ton of time and effort into it. Didn't really understand anything about advertising, testing, growing audience. Made zero sales. My next dropshipping business then did make some decent money. I did 6 figures. It was a jewelry business selling AliExpress dropship jewelry. But the reason I really don't think it's the best business model is because I'll be honest with you, profit margins, I made under 10K, probably closer to 5K to be honest with that business, from around 110K revenue. So profit margins were razor thin, and I was up until midnight pretty much every single night trying to get that business off the ground to run properly and to get that level of income. And it was just so disproportionate to what I could have been making in other business models. And again, take a business model like being a content creator, right? You don't just post one reel on Instagram and get millions of views and suddenly your life changes overnight. You have got to spend years investing in the content game, learning how to talk on camera, learning how to edit, making incredible reels, building an audience over time, having that unique selling point. And again, my YouTube, for example, I was uploading consistently twice per week, every single week for over a year before it did anything of note. And again, that sort of business model is just not going to work for somebody that doesn't have a lot of time. Again, freelancing. I know there's a ton of people trying to do different freelancing jobs out there, right? With freelancing, you are the product. So you are essentially just an employee for yourself or for whatever company it is you've set up, okay? Freelancing requires your time. And if you're trying to build something whilst also working a 9-to-5 job, that's going to be a limiting factor for you. So again, that's basically just creating yourself another 9-to-5 job, but without holiday pay. And there's one common factor that runs true with all three of those business models that are very common that I just described to you there. And that is that there is no audience upfront for the products. You have to build the audience, and building an audience for a product or for a business is literally a full-time job in itself. Of course, if you were trying to start anything like that, whilst also working a full-time job of your own, it was never going to work. And it wasn't your fault. It was literally just not going to work. In essence, what it was a business model which required you to be time rich, when in reality, you were just time poor. Not necessarily knowledge poor or skill poor, but just time poor. So yeah, it was going to be very hard for you. And again, I've been in the exact same position that you are now. And what was the fix? The fix for me was not putting more hours in to the wrong business model that was never going to work. It wasn't grinding harder. It was just finding the right business model that had a completely different shape to those business models that I was trying to do before. And so that's where I made a decision which changed my entire life. And that is to start a business selling products on Etsy. And so you got to think to yourself, right? Any business that you start now is only going to work for you in your current situation if it ticks these two boxes. And that is that there is already going to be demand from day one for whatever product it is you're going to sell. And the work you have to put in to selling that product to make money is going to be front loaded and not continuous. And so if I had to go back and start making money again myself right now whilst working a 9-to-5 job, there is literally only one place I would start, and that would be Etsy Ecom. And you got to consider the thing with Etsy, right? A lot of people out there haven't even heard of Etsy, but in reality, it is just a slightly smaller version of Amazon, and the sales potential is actually unbelievable. And one of the very good things about Etsy as well is that it's got 90 million plus active buyers already on the platform looking for products, just like there is on Amazon, searching for the exact sort of products that you're going to research well to sell, literally with their debit cards out on the screen, ready to buy. So as long as you do things right, you will scoop up that audience. And you know, a lot of the people you see out there that's making really good money online, they're not necessarily working harder than you. I can guarantee right now, me running my Etsy shops, I am not working harder than you, but they are using a business model where there is already demand out there waiting for the product. And now, again, I know what some of you are probably thinking if you have heard of Etsy before. But isn't that just for handmade art crafters? Or does that mean I'll need to buy a load of products myself and hold them in my house? You know, how does any of this work? And again, this is the best thing about Etsy. This is why I can run my Etsy shops when I'm traveling all around the world. I've lived in Bali for months. I've been in America, New York. I've been in Spain. You know, I've been in lots of places for extended periods of time, literally living off of Etsy and running my businesses. So I just want to introduce you to a model here. Print on demand dropshipping. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you listening to this, you kind of know what dropshipping is, right? Print on demand dropshipping is very similar, except for you are the person that owns and makes the design that goes onto the product. Basically, just like normal dropshipping, you are working with a supplier, okay? The supplier holds all of your product, but the difference is you are making the design digitally using AI that goes onto that product. You are then marketing the product, again, using AI presentation, AI mockups, and then when somebody clicks the buy button on that product, the supplier prints your design onto the white label good product and ships it directly to the customer. And so you're essentially making a design file once, listing it online, so doing the work up front, and then it has the potential to make you money for years to come into the future. And now again, I know what you're probably thinking now. Okay, Alfie, that sounds like an absolutely solid business model. That's the dream, right? But how do I get started with that? And so that's where I've made something completely free for you. Go check it out in the video description, a whole PDF guide talking you through the whole process, right from start to finish, the exact product types that sell well, how to find a niche that customers are already searching for, that people actually want. Pretty much everything, guys, including even a checklist to work through. I've made that for you. It's in the video description. Check it out if you want to get going. And yeah, knowledge is power, so it's certainly not going to harm you to have a little look. And I want to tell you a really quick story now, okay? This is why Etsy is so good. I remember a few years ago when I started my very first Etsy shop, and I didn't even know if it was going to work or not, okay? I started selling Japanese tableware on Etsy. I uploaded a few products. Again, no idea if it was going to work or not. And then myself and my boys, like my mates, we were going on a lads holiday. Not like a big boozy lads holiday sort of thing, but we were just going on a lads holiday hiking to Snowdonia, which is like a very mountainous region in the UK, in Wales. And I still remember to this day, we were walking up that mountain. It was freezing cold and got about halfway and I just feel my phone vibrate in my pocket and I pull it out just to check notification. And it was a notification from Etsy, and somebody had bought a Japanese whiskey glass that I was selling on my shop on Etsy. They paid £25 for it. And I saw that and I was like, what the hell? Like, no way. I had just made money from Etsy, a brand new sales platform, which I didn't even know existed a few weeks ago. I was literally just trying it out. I saw it on, I think, one random YouTube video. And then I realized that I was with my mates on a mountain in the middle of nowhere, and I had just made money from Etsy. And then that shop absolutely skyrocketed. I'll show you some of the stats from that one. And within the first few months of having that shop open, I think it was the November, I made 24K in a single month. And since then, I've been able to create new Etsy shop after new Etsy shop. And to this day, some of my newer shops, I send everything right from clothing to mugs, and they're making very good money each month to this very day. Like I said, allowing me to travel the world, run on my own time, be my own boss, not have to worry about taking my family out. And I can just say, oh, you know what, mum, like, don't worry about it. I've got the bill here. This is on me. Take all my family out. It's a beautiful feeling. And I just think that's why I love it so much, because it's the sort of business that you set up once and then it just runs forever. And sure, you do need to do bits to it to keep it ticking along, but it's the only business model, certainly that I've ever tried, and I've tried a lot of business models, that doesn't punish you for working a 9-to-5 job alongside it. And guys, by the way, I just want to make a little bit of an announcement. Stay tuned on this channel for the next few videos that's going to come, because I've been working on something massive behind the scenes that is genuinely, it's going to change the way that the Etsy e-commerce game is being played at the minute. Very excited for what's to come. But I do just want to say to you, with all of this, there is one thing that completely changes everything. There's one thing that decides whether, you make products on Etsy and whether they actually sell or they don't sell. And the single skill, most valuable skill that this comes down to is pattern recognition, and being able to do the research and recognize patterns between what has sold previously, what's selling now, and looking at the commonalities between them so that you can then reproduce them in the products which you are going to bring to the market. And that literally is such a huge percentage of the game. It is the difference between two shops that start at the same time. They try and sell the exact same products. Their designs look similar, but not quite. The presentation is similar, but not quite. And yet one of them ends up making 20 grand a month, and the other one ends up making just a few $100s. And so before you spend a single evening diving into any of this on any deeper level and invest in any sort of time into it, you need to know the fundamentals and how to actually start selling on Etsy in 2026 the right way, so that you can get those first sales coming in as soon as possible, and you're not spending months just guessing what to do and making a lot of mistakes. And so that's why, guys, I've broken down the whole thing for you, step by step, how to start selling on Etsy in 2026. It's this video just here. I recommend going to check it out. Take a look. Otherwise, thanks so much for your time today. Take good care of yourself, and I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers, guys.